What to offer on a home in a seller's market. If you're in the market to buy a home and you're not buying one of the most expensive homes in your area, then you're likely going to be buying a home in a seller's market. Most buyers that I deal with have some ideas on how to make the best offer on a home. Experienced buyers have a memory of how they bought their last home and what they did to get the best deal possible. Unfortunately, current market conditions are so different from anything I've seen in the past 30 years selling homes in Tallahassee that those past experiences are hurting ill-prepared buyers today. We're experiencing the strongest seller's market on record, so you have to be prepared to make the right kind of offer if you want to buy a home today. And it's not all just about how much to offer. There's so much more involved when making the right offer in a seller's market. I'm going to share my experience of selling thousands of homes in a seller's market, both with working for buyers and with working for sellers. My goal is to enlighten you on what matters most to sellers so you can prepare the best offer possible that will get you the home without you overpaying for it. In fact, I'll be sharing a real story about a buyer of ours who was one of 6 buyers offering on a home. We got the home for our buyer without it being the highest price offer. So sit back and relax, kick up your feet, and watch this short video so that you'll be perfectly ready to get the best deal possible when making an offer in a seller's market. Hi, I'm Joe Manassa, author of The Business of Getting Business and the creator of Manassa.com, where I've helped tens of thousands of people buy and sell homes. I would like to help you too. If you already are a subscriber, thank you and welcome back. If you're not a subscriber, please consider becoming one now. We offer the most accurate and thorough housing market reports on YouTube, plus answers to your real estate frequently asked questions, and we also provide virtual tours of some of the most beautiful homes in Tallahassee. Simply hit subscribe to get started and the bell so you're the most informed buyer or seller in your next real estate transaction. In a highly competitive real estate market where the supply of homes for sale is very low while demand for those homes is very high, like today's housing market conditions, your offer will likely need to be at asking price or even higher to even be considered. Most homes that are priced correctly under $600,000 typically have multiple offers right off the bat. If you walk into a home and love it, you need to ask yourself, am I the only person who thinks this is a great home? Probably not. The market drove you to this home for a reason, and it will drive other buyers to the same home based on what else is available, or more importantly, not available in that price range and location. My daughter just started her graduate degree at Harvard University. When we were discussing how to apply, we knew that we did not need to put much weight in her high GPA and her test scores. Why? Everybody who applies to Harvard has a high GPA and great test scores. We needed to focus on what made her special above being a great student. This scenario is the same for you when buying a home in a strong seller's market. Just as Harvard throws out all applications with low GPAs and low test scores, sellers are going to throw out lowball offers. All other buyers being considered are going to have strong offer amounts just like you. So what else about your offer makes yours special? What makes you stand out among all the other offers this seller will receive? When we make an offer on a home, it's important to consider the other factors that are important to the home seller, beyond just a strong offering price. An excellent experienced buyer's agent will know how to make your offer stand out above all others. In fact, after we review 3 important factors to consider in your offer, I'll share a recent experience where our buyers got the home in a multiple offer scenario without having the highest priced offer. At the beginning of this video, I promised to share my experience helping thousands of people buy and sell homes, both buyers and sellers. Most sellers turn to their listing agent for advice when multiple offers are presented. The tips I'm going to share with you now are what I'm looking for as a seller's agent when I receive an acceptable offer from a buyer. You see, the amount of the offer only gets you in the door. It's the rest of the offer that sells me on the validity of your offer. I'm going to advise the seller based upon the seller's needs, and the topmost need for sellers is the reliability of the buyer. Who cares if you offer a ton of money if you can't make it to the closing table, right? Well, as a listing agent, it's part of my job to help screen the buyers making offers so we get the most money possible for the seller while ensuring that we're not taking any undue risks with the wrong buyer. Here are the 3 extra things I'm looking at once an acceptable offer amount is received. First, it's the reputation of the agent helping the buyer. We deal with as many as 80 contracts each month, so my staff and I have a good knowledge of the buyer's agents in our market. We know who prepares their buyers well and who makes it to the closing table. In cases where we do not know the agent, we lean on the quality of their written offer and the quality of the other agents at their company. The ability to get buyers through this process and to the closing table is how these agents get paid, and we know who's getting it done. It matters to the seller, so it matters to me, and I make it my business to ensure the seller chooses not just an amount, but the buyer's agent as well. Second, it's the reputation of the buyer's lender. Many online and out-of-town lenders have a marginal reputation locally, at best. As an experienced listing agent, I have been burned in the past by these types of lenders. Buyers and sellers go under contract only for the buyer to terminate the contract because their financing falls apart. All the while, waiting for a closing that won't happen, the home has to come back on the market. Buyers that come to the negotiation with a locally trusted lender will have a leg up on other buyers when the listing agent presents the offer. Understand this, in a closing where the buyer has perfect credit and everything goes well, out-of-town lenders are fine. But when there's a glitch, this is where out-of-town lenders burn you. And do you want to know why? Accountability, that's why. If a local lender screws up a deal, the word gets around fast and that lender could very well go out of business. They rely on their local reputation to get future business. But these large nationwide lenders rely on marketing to get business. Do you really think they care if they anger a few people in Tallahassee, Florida? They know they can spend their way to plenty more business. Don't let your fate rest in the hands of a lender that has no local accountability. Third and final is you and the terms of the contract. Are you an easy buyer or are you a pain in the butt buyer? Will you nickel and dime the seller for minor repairs or will you take the home as is? Can you close fast or will you drag the contract time out for months and months? These types of terms matter to most sellers. A good buyer's agent will pick the brains of the listing agent to see if there are any particular time frames and other terms that are important to the seller. Remember, you are in an extreme seller's market, so get ready to cater to the seller's needs. We do not assume the seller wants to close fast. Instead, we get that information from the listing agent. We try to get as much information from the listing agent to produce an offer that puts our buyer in the best position to get the home without overpaying. Here's the short story I promised at the beginning of the video. We recently helped a buyer get a home. We were one of 6 offers that were made on the home. Here's the screen capture of the remarks in the MLS. Had 6 offers in the first 12 hours. Didn't take highest, took as is. As you can see, our buyer beat 5 other buyers and did not even have the highest offer. Due to our reputation with the listing agents, we were able to satisfy the seller that our buyer could close on the deal and would be easy to work with. So keep this in mind when you're ready to make an offer on a home in a seller's market. Your buyer's agent will be instrumental in helping you acquire your favorite home. The amount of your offer might get you in the door, but it is the reputation of your team and the terms of your offer that often determine whether or not you are the one selected to buy the home. Would you like to know more about how we determine if the market for your home is a seller's market or a buyer's market? Just click the box at the top left and you'll get the full answer. Or you can click on the box below it to find our most recent housing market report.